Back in 2022, I made this video. A lot of people seem to like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the 2023 version, which I hope you will like as well. So let's get into it. All right, so when it comes to starships in No Man's Sky, there is no shortage of ships to choose from. I mean, we do have a limited type of ships, but they can come in basically unlimited variation of how they may look, meaning the colors and the style can change up. So I'm going to go through these ships and I'm going to tell you what the differences are in the type of ships. Because in the last guide, since the last guide came out, we now have 2 new ship types and a new kind of special ship. So we're going to be getting into all of that. This is an Explorer. So the Explorer ships, they usually start with a very good hyperdrive. There's many styles of these. They come in, some look very bubbly and marshmallowy, some are a little more compact than this one here. I just picked this one up for the purpose of the video so I could show you. But the Explorer ships are very good with hyperdrive. So that's one you could use for that if that's your thing and you want to push big hyperdrive numbers. Now next up, we got the solar ships. Now, the solar ships came out a while ago with the Outlaws update. Now, these are really cool. Again, lots of different versions of these. And, of course, they have these cool sail wings that pop out. And the solar ships really have what I would say is the best maneuverability that you're going to find. You can really push these ships far with maneuverability because they start with a piece of tech that no other ship has, which is this Vesper sail, which really gives a boost to maneuverability. So if you're into maneuverability, which I am, I like a ship with very good maneuverability. The Solars, that's what you want to go with. Okay. And here we have a living ship. Now, the living ship is different than any other ship in the game. One thing about it is you don't just find these in the wild. You actually need to do a mission to get your first living ship. And to kick off that mission, you need to get yourself a void egg from the space anomaly, from the Quicksilver guy. You can buy one with Quicksilver. Or if you have a friend who can give you one, that works as well. But you do need to run a mission that takes a week real time if you do it legit to get one of these ships. Now, these ships have completely different tech in them. Now, the tech does the same stuff. Like, this is a hyperdrive, but it's going to require, like, they'll require different materials to fill them. And the way you get the upgrades for these living ships is actually through running frigate missions with living frigates from your freighter. So these could be tough to upgrade and get all the storage and everything unlocked, but once you do, these are incredibly solid ships now. They weren't always. They just weren't complete, but now they are, and I'd say they're up to par with any other ship you might want to use. Depending on what numbers you want to push, the living ships are just as good, I think, as any other ship now. All right, next up, we got the exotic. Here is my little guppy exotic. Now, exotics, again, come in many different styles. You know, there's ones with big, tall wings. There's little guppies like this, which I prefer, the little ones. And these are all around great ships in exotic. I mean, you know, great hyperdrive range, great maneuverability. The numbers across the board are really good. You know, when you get the upgrades in there. So exotics are phenomenal ships. They are rare, but any ship is rare if you're looking for it. Next up, we got fighters. Now, this is a fighter I got pretty recently that I like, this Stargate fighter here. Fighters are very popular ships. I mean, you can see why. A lot of them look really awesome. They're some of the best looking ships in the game, I think. But, you know, not all of them, but there are many really cool looking ones. Now, I've been liking this one a lot. This is one I've been flying around recently. So you're going to get good damage potential. And overall, the maneuverability and hyperdrive, while not as big as in the other ships, is still solid, depending on what you're doing. I mean, how much hyperdrive do you really need? Sometimes you need a lot, I guess, if you're doing a lot of warping. But in that case, if you're doing a lot of warping, the best thing to do is use your freighter if you have a somewhat upgraded freighter. All right, and next up, we got the Utopia Snowspeeder. Now, this is kind of a one-of-a-kind ship, meaning this was a reward for an expedition. So everyone who completed that expedition got this same ship. And to be honest with you guys, there really isn't anything special about this ship. It's just a fighter. It doesn't have any special stats. In fact, it has the same exact stats as the Golden Vector, which I don't have one to show you in this video, but if you've never seen one before, the Golden Vector was also an expedition ship, meaning if you didn't do that expedition, you can't get the ship. So these were like one-of-a-kind ships. There's been a couple other ones too, like there's a Nintendo Switch ship that came out only for people who got the Switch. So this is one of those kind of ships. This one looks pretty cool and everything, but, you know, like I said, it does not do anything special that any other fighter cannot do. So this big boy here, this is your hauler. Now, the haulers are actually really cool. These have a number of different styles that can come in. I like this with the fan wing style. That's just my favorite. But the haulers are going to be a bit more expensive than your other ships because in most cases they're going to come with the most storage, and when you buy a ship, it's usually the price is going to be based off the class and storage, and haulers can have more storage than any other ship. So you definitely want to have a hauler in your fleet. Even if you don't fly it a lot, they're good to have because you can store a lot of stuff in it. I think 100 cargo slots in this. Look, I mean, come on. It's huge. Now, numbers-wise, I never put too much into upgrading this ship, but I'm sure you could push this maneuverability up maybe over 1,000 and get these numbers up. These excel. These have good shields and stuff like that. Not the best things for fighting in, obviously, but it's a hauler. And with the latest update, No Man's Sky Interceptor, we have brand new Sentinel ships. Check it out. Look at that. New cockpits, which is cool because all the other ships, like every exotic has the same cockpit, every fighter has the same cockpit, and with these ships, they all have the same cockpit as well, but at least in this ship, they're new. And there you have it. Look at that. That is a mean looking ship. Now, these come in so many varieties, and they have different animations for the wings and how they can fold up and this and that. So these are really fun to hunt. Numbers-wise, I haven't fully upgraded one of these yet, but I'm assuming you'll be able to push this hyperdrive and maneuverability really good. I think all around you could push to get to a good level. Okay, and last and probably least, we have the shuttle. Now, I don't own a shuttle, so I'll just throw some pictures of some shuttles on the screen that you all found. But the shuttle, generally, I don't know. There's people out there who like them. There definitely is. But they're not the best looking ship. They're usually pretty unfortunate looking. As far as their numbers, they're kind of across the board in the middle. They don't really excel at anything special, but that's something else we should just touch on really quickly. There is really no best ship in No Man's Sky. So if I make a video and I say best ship, that's just my opinion. Like, this ship's awesome, check it out. But there's what I mean by there's no best ship is there's not like some super ship that has crazy stats that no other ship has. Any ship can be made to be acceptable stat-wise across the board, even a shuttle. With the way things are now with ships, you can push the numbers pretty good. And like I said, some things like, say, a solar ship, you're going to be able to push some maneuverability higher than you probably would in this ship because it's got some different tech on it. Also, because we now have the supercharged slots, this changes everything, guys, because now you have an option of which one of these you kind of want to pump up. And so that allows you to really make any ship pretty good, regardless of what type it is. So really, you fly what you want to fly. You can have 12 ships now. So my suggestion is just fly whatever one you like best. There you have it, guys. That's Starships in No Man's Sky. I didn't want to get too deep into this. I just wanted to give you a general overview of the types of ships that you can get out there. And once again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Xxiou. This channel is called Xxiou Games YouTube channel on the internet, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.